Okay, I think we're on. Hello, everybody. Welcome into Switzerland. Which one are we on? Switzerland 53. I'm Lucky, and I'm here with Breakface. And this time, funny story, we're going to be on Splatoon 2, not Splatoon 3. Which is going to be interesting for me, because I've never played Splatoon 2. So it's going to be a bit of a wild ride, but we're all in this together. We're going to have a great time. How are we feeling out here? Little Breakface.
I have barely played this game either. I have a lot less experience in this game than in Splatoon 3, so great commentator lineup we have here.
We'll get there. We'll get somewhere with it. We'll figure it out. It's gonna be fun regardless. I've seen some of it, to be fair, because my best friend, they have it. They have all three of the games, and sometimes they'll screen share Splatoon 2. So I've seen it, and I know the subs and the specials and stuff that are different, but
yeah, like
I've not seen any of the maps, which I'm really curious about.
I've played the game before, but like that's about it. I don't remember any of the kits. I don't know jack about the meta or strategies or anything. I just have to go off what I know about Splatoon 3, which isn't much more, honestly.
I mean, with the same game modes, at least, and enough of the same specials and stuff, I feel like I can get a grasp of it. And regardless, It'll be entertaining. We're gonna have a good time.
This might be an Incopedia kind of Switzerland.
Speaking of, shout out to Incopedia. Everyone needs to use a little bit of Incopedia. SplatoonWiki.org. They got all the little goodies in there, all the nitty-gritties in there. You want to find out exactly how much damage your sub-weapon does? Go right ahead, it's on there. You wanna figure out how much they nerf 10 missiles? It's on there. You wanna
You can look at the exact history of the billion blob-blobber nerfs that were in Splatoon 2 and 3.
Dear God.
And the and all the nerfs for Dooley Squelchers. Rest in peace, Dooley Squelchers. You will be missed. MPU killed them. Man, they were so fun. I remember playing them like early mid Splatoon 2, and then MPU exists. They were too powerful with MPU, so they were nerfed. And then Splatoon 3 comes along. There is no MPU, and they aren't unnerfed.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
And like, Dooley Squelchers were like my favorite weapon of all time at that point.
I used to play them. They used to be my main, and then I got them to like 5 stars. And then I was like, ooh, you want big thing. And then I played Hydra. And I've never been the same. Dude, Hydra was so skinny in the other games. I'm like looking at it. I've been looking at it, and I'm like, why did they make you fat in Splatoon 3? Why is it so big in Splatoon 3? It's funny.
Yeah. So here on Switzerland, we have no Splatoon 2 map integration, so what we have to do is just put a map list in the rules tab saying this map means this map. Like, for example, Barnacle Dime is actually just Gobi Arena.
Yeah, on Sendo, that is a limit that Sendo has, and not necessarily us, but yeah, it changes things up a little. It's like a code language. It all means one thing and means another.
Yeah,
you get the deal. We had to make do, but
yeah,
we do it all for the love of the game over here. In the end, it's all for the love of the game.
Yeah, and there is no pool system in Splatoon 2, so all of our competitors just have to exchange friend codes to play with each other in a private battle, which I'm glad we have pools now. That's my takeaway.
I'm glad we have pools. Yeah, you know, it's a lot more convenient. When they added pools and I got used to that, it got a lot smoother, but I can't imagine being like just relying on solely friend codes for things like comp. Like, I'm glad I got into comp well after they added pools and stuff, because oh my god, this process would have taken so long all the time. And now I get to witness it firsthand because I'm here, kicked back on a nice comfy couch, not actually worrying about any of it.
Yep.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, I've been playing Splatoon 2 a little bit recently with the whole 9-year anniversary. I just streamed it for a bit yesterday for a test stream. Had some fun.
That does sound awesome. I really I've wanted to get it, but I keep stalling, and now that I have something I'm saving like crazy for, then like, you know, I don't really have the option to. But I've been wanting to get it for ages, at least because of Octo Expansion. I don't care if I never play multiplayer, I at least want to play Octo Expansion. And
that is completely true.
Because I've heard it's so fun, and like
it is.
Compared to Side Order, it's so much more, and so...
Oh yeah, Side Order doesn't even come close.
And I already really like Side Order, so hearing about Octo Expansion and its story and seeing it, and I'm just like, oh man, maybe I should get this game. But I've just been stalling on it so bad, because
yeah, I played Octo Expansion.
I have other things to buy.
I played Octo Expansion on release, and it was a generational mode.
It seems like it. Every time I see content about it, it hits me, and I wasn't even there for it. I didn't even play it. I don't even have the game. Just like, you know, one of these days I will. I mean, to be fair, copies of Splatoon 2, at least physical copies that I've seen, sell for pretty cheap compared to shelf price. So like,
yeah,
you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I could still get it. Like, I was looking on what, like, one of those resale apps like Depop or something, and a lot of people are just selling their copies of Splatoon 2 there for like $15, and I'm like, a Nintendo game for $15? Yeah.
That's
copies
insane.
Of Splatoon 2 for like $15. So like, I'm probably gonna get one off of like Mercari.
That's less than Octo Expansion.
Yeah, but I mean, that makes it convenient, because to be fair, I might be paying like the price of a full game for both. So, you know, in the end, it's a nice deal. I can't complain too much about getting into it this late, so that I'm spending a little less out of my pockets. Because I need to save up for Raiders! Raiders came out, and I'm so mad that I can't play it. But...
Oh yeah, Raiders. I've been streaming that game for the past 7.5 hours, and I regret nothing. It is incredibly fun.
Splatoon's one of those series where, like, I think all of us who really do love the game, whether it's like 1, 2, 3 or Raiders, have had at least one day where we just spent the entire darn day on there. I remember, I mean, obviously during Grand Fest, but there was also at least like one other fest that I spent the entire day playing, just trying to get 100x. And that day I didn't even get a 10x.
Oh yeah. I remember
the
just
next
recently,
day I got 100x, so it's like, oh, okay.
I remember recently in the Raiders Fest, I spent like 8 hours with some friends trying to get a 333x. We never did win a 333x.
Oh, the Raiders Fest was fun. I'm really glad they doubled the odds for the X battles there, because I think I got to play like maybe 400x's, if I'm remembering right. All I know is I won 2 of them, and I won at least one of them. I think I won both of them on a double Hydra comp, which was really freaking funny.
Oh yeah.
Because, like, what do you mean double Hydras just plowing through you? I mean, to be fair, good Hydras are easy or, like, really hard to shut down, so, you know. But, I digress.
Yeah, during the Raiders Fest, I got, like, 4-ish 100x's. We won most of them, I think. One of the 100x battles that we won, we had the stupid idea of playing 4 Splattershot Novas until we won 100x, Thank God that we did, because we would have been playing Novas all night. But yeah, we won 100x with 4 Splattershot Novas. I don't know how we did it, but it's one of the funniest moments I've ever had in that game.
That is a very... Of all the picks I've seen, like, one-weapon teams do, that's certainly a pick. But it looks like we're going into this match with a Mouse versus Jin. And we've got Clam Blitz on Gobi Arena. You know, one thing I do admire about Splatoon 2, even though I never played it, is how much bigger the maps are. Like, I feel like it's a drawback in Splatoon 3 only because the bigger maps I have a harder time navigating because it's really easy for the teams to just get around one side. But I'm getting I'm on a tangent. I'm getting somewhere else.
I do agree. The maps are huge compared to Splatoon 3 and Splatoon 1 and 2. Which,
the pacing is definitely a lot more interesting here. Like, it's a lot slower. Which I expected. It looks like Jin got that kill, though, just as Mouse was able to score, making his way back up, making their way back up. I don't know about their pronouns, I haven't looked. But they got their way back up there, and they've got a pity ball ready to make a comeback if they can just score one more kill and push their way up. We'll just have to see.
Yep.
Mouse has got a lot of paint control here, and they got that kill as well. Easily getting a quick pick. Despite Jin having that high ground, they were still able to get that pick on them.
Yeah, Jin A42 on the Clapples. Potentially the funniest weapon name of all time that didn't return. We got the, whatever the, like, Dapple Dooley knocked or whatever in Splatoon 3. I forget.
Let me take a gander. I have to pull up the wiki for these weapons and such, because they all look different. I knew that, Jin here, no, Jin's on the Doolies, I think. Mouse here is on one of the gals, and so I had to ponder and think, I know that's a gal, but which gal is it? It's like a test of my knowledge. I'm being put in like a test, I'm like a test subject over here. Okay, thanks, Taki.
Alright, Taki really wants us to focus on the special gauge. It looks different in this game.
And Taki has mentioned as well that up there we can see the subs and specials as well, which is helpful for me. Thankfully they kept that consistent with the games, because I'm used to that with Splatoon 3.
Yep.
Helps a lot here for sure. Not knowing the kits themselves.
Clapples with Torp and Splashdown.
Ooh, but it looks like Jin was able to score in and push Mouse back. Ooh, but we got a trade up here, so unfortunately they're not going to keep scoring on this push. But the fact that they even scored a ball in the first place is still better than nothing. It's still a push, and it does show that Jin could come back from this. They could make up for this, and all it takes is one ball and one extra clam.
Yep.
I do like how big the maps are in comparison in terms of, like, watching fights, because they've just got so much space to skirmish and move around over there.
Yeah, so many avenues to flank and approach. So many different choices.
Interesting. It's neat to look at. With the mind of a Splatoon 3 player, this looks a lot different to me, even though it's the same ideas, same weapons-ish, same specials-ish. Gives me a new perspective on it.
Yep. I don't think we
it looks like Mouse has gotten that kill. What have we not gone over?
That Mouse has a 96 gal. I can tell because the barrel is longer, and that's about it.
Long little barrel.
I think that's the only difference between 52 and 96 in this game, is that the 96 has a longer barrel.
It looks like it, which is funny to look at.
Yeah, thankfully, now that I'm thinking about it, I do appreciate that they give a bigger visual difference to the 96 and the 52 in Splatoon 3.
Me, on the other hand, I can't tell the difference. To be fair, I don't play either of them, and I dislike playing against both of them.
Yeah, I had, ever since a while ago, I figured out the difference between the two, and I've always kept this little rule in my head to tell the difference. Since 96 is a bigger number, it's got the bigger barrel. That's how I always remember them.
That's a smart way to think about it. It does look like, if my rules aren't mistaken, that... Oh, we do get overtime! I didn't think we would, but maybe it's because of the pity ball there. I'm not too sure what the rules are on Splatoon 2 Clan Blitz. I know in Splatoon 3, I'm pretty sure... I don't know. I don't remember if this would count because of that pity ball or not. But regardless, Mouse has gotten that kill, scoring that overtime, and scoring that win all for themselves. Which, honestly, to be fair with the weapon pick, I can see how that worked out. The 96 Gal and just the Gals in general are pretty strong fighting weapons to work with, since they do pretty high damage and, albeit slow shot, like, fire rate, it's still really strong, really good, quick damage if you can get your aim precise enough, and it looks like they were able to. They were able to score that win and get things moving on for them.
Yeah, even with the slow shot speed, the high damage allows for really high DPS with either of the Gals, and that goes for the entire series. They've been really strong throughout the entire series, and Taki's Discord stream temporarily moved to square aspect ratio. That was pretty funny.
Call me Bob the way I'm square. But I digress. It looks like next we're going on Tower Control on Mako Mart. Now, Mako is a familiar map for me, so that's not too out of my my little comfort zone here.
They brought Mako back from Splatoon 2 in Splatoon 3.
I like Mako personally. I think it's a fun one, but the side areas, those like side alleys are really tricky to work with, especially because I play backline, so I need high ground. Me need my high ground, and so if I'm not careful enough, those side alleys are pretty tricky for me. As for Splatoon 2, I don't know how much of it they reworked for Splatoon 3, so I don't know how this is gonna look. There still could be something I'm not familiar with on here, which makes it really interesting to look at.
I don't remember much of the Splatoon 2 maps aside from the few that I've played on quite recently, Mako not being one of them, so I don't really remember what Mako is like in Splatoon 2.
Mako is a fun one for me, at least. And
actually, I did play on Mako recently. I just don't remember the map, honestly.
That's fair enough.
I remember they have the sign that normally blocks like the charger's point of view is just gone, and that's about all I remember.
Well, at least there's that.
Oh yeah, you spawn on the other side of the map. That's fun.
Interesting. Ooh, we got Mouse on the Dynamo over here this time instead of the Gal. Meanwhile, Jin has moved over to a Gal.
Gecko 52, to be precise.
And with Mouse being on Dynamo, they are a lot slower to get to the tower, but they are a lot quicker to start painting around them, taking up that space. But unfortunately, all this is just giving Jin that space to take the tower and hold it. And with how quick, like we were saying, with how quick the Gals can kill, that was an easy pick for Jin over here. We are still in spectator perspective, by the way, overhead perspective, which makes this a little trickier to watch. Okay, we're having a little bit of lag, a little bit of technical difficulties, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Things are...
Taki is on the case.
Taki is on the case! We're gonna have to work with this, which is fine. You know, things happen. Technology doesn't cooperate all the time.
Get out your binoculars. We gotta zoom in on this one.
Get out your binoculars. We're watching this bird's eye, baby.
Jin with the Stingray. That one's pretty easy to tell.
Oh,
Mouse takes a kill.
Ironically, you know, Stingray was one of the specials that I saw in Splatoon 2, and like, dear God, thank God they didn't bring that to Splatoon 3, because it is strong if you're using it right. At least it looks like it. And nope, Jin easily got attacked and got killed because that dynamo just hits so strong and so far. It may be slow, but it is a really mighty weapon. I like playing dynamo, but right there, since they can just hold that space, they just hold that whole area and call it good. And
Mouse
as long as they're
already
prepared, they can get
lead
that.
back from Jin A42.
A pretty good lead push, although Jin did stop them, pushing the tower right back to mid. Now Mouse does have a lead of 15, which tower control's a fun one. It's an interesting one in terms of trying to take back that lead. Because they push it all the way to your base, and then you have to push it all the way back out, and all the way to the point that they did, and then some. And so it's a very tricky one to push up and take that lead on, but that's part of the reason I find it fun, because it really shows like just how much you can hang on and clutch in tight moments, because you really need to just hang on for dear life to that tower there. But with Mouse having such high paint control here, it looks like Jin's having a tricky time holding that tower. Just going in for that fight and unfortunately losing because one big flick of that dynamo. If they're doing a flick on that dynamo, it might be over for you if you're a little too close to them. So unfortunately, they're not winning that fight, but they did push it up pretty far, which tells me that they could. They just need the right opportunity.
And now
there we go.
Player perspective. Let's go.
Taki got it working. Let's go. We are so back, baby. And Mouse gets another kill, easily keeping Jin away from that tower, which I do find interesting because I feel like Jin must have picked that Gal as a counter pick, thinking, oh, well, Mouse is playing Gal and it's working out for them, so I'm gonna counter pick them and do better on Gal because it is a strong weapon and it, at the very least, would have put them on even ground. But then Mouse comes in with that dynamo and they're having a real hard time working against that now. But they did get that kill with that Stingray, which was pretty smooth, and helped them push that tower further and further up. Ooh, but with how Dynamo is, you know, it is strong. It is an easy killing weapon if you know what you're doing. But at the same time, you are so slow that it's a lot easier for your enemies to predict you. And it looks like Mouse is just taking the L there. Just sitting in, you know what, I'm too slow. I'm just gonna take that L.
Yeah, I think Mouse realized that they couldn't reach tower, kill Jin, and take back the lead in enough time.
That's the tricky part with slower weapons, and I mean, I know that as a Hydra main.
Yeah, especially in a one-on-one.
I know what I'm doing, but like, sometimes on slower weapons, it is really after a certain point. Like, oftentimes Splatoon is a game where you can look at a match and think, oh, well, there's always a way to save this, even in the very last second. But if you're on a slow weapon, sometimes there just isn't, unfortunately. But that does leave them at a 1-to-1. They are neck and neck here. And they are going on Skipper Pavilion. Now this is one of the maps I haven't seen. But sounds like a fun one. I'm gonna take a gander on Inkipedia, SplatoonWiki.org. Use SplatoonWiki.org for all your fun little needs and doodads and knickknacks and Skipper Pavilions.
Yeah, I don't think I actually ever played this map during the lifetime of Splatoon 2. Like, I have no memories of actually playing this map up until a few months ago when I played it with my friends on stream one day. Because we were going back to Splatoon 2 for whatever reason. So, I do remember the map from then. But
taking a gander at it, it is a pretty big map, which I mean, all of them are in comparison, to be fair. But I think the big maps make it really... It can be like a double-edged sword in a 1v1, I feel like. Because at least in the other Switzerlands that I've watched and commentated for, when we've had matches on bigger maps, it's usually a drawback because it takes so long to get back to the objective, especially on zones because the objective doesn't move. So it could be a double-edged sword in the sense that you have all this space to take up and fight and, you know, make yourself known, make yourself strong, but at the same time, it takes a good minute to get out there to that objective, especially if you've got your enemy holding you back. Now we've got Jin on the Jet Squelcher, and Mouse has pulled the Gal back out, seeing that it worked the first time, and maybe they assumed that Jin was gonna... Good old 96! You know, it isn't all-reliable for a reason. It is a meta weapon for a reason. It's a pretty strong one. But Jin did get that kill, and they have some advantage here. They have that range advantage, because Jet Squelcher does have a lot of range, and clearly they've also got enough paint to hold themselves up there. But with that ink armor, Mouse is able to tank those missiles, go in, and get that kill. Pretty smooth initiative, I think. Pretty smooth strat there. I think it is even, like, nice as well that even in 1v1, specials can be used really, really well to push initiative and, like, push objective.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you are just completely by yourself. With the right special and the right timing, you can easily make it work. But
I would even say it potentially outweighs the impact of a special in a team mode, since if you can guarantee at least one kill with a special, such as from Stingray, then your only opponent is gone on a respawn cooldown, and you have zone all to yourself.
That is true. That is true. I think it's interesting too, because you can use your specials like very, very selfishly too. You don't have to worry about how's this going to benefit my team. You just have to worry about how's this going to benefit me. And me personally, I get selfish with my specials because I'm a bit greedy. I'm a little bit greedy.
Yeah.
But it looks like Jin is just able to hold that zone the entire game, especially with those missiles helping them paint. You know, Mouse was able to tank some of those missiles, especially with their ink armor, helping them out there, but unfortunately they just were not able to cap that zone back up because Jin was just holding up pretty strong, putting up a darn good fight. So, with that said, that leaves this set with 2-1, and Jin being our leader, our winner here, and I'm honestly impressed. I think it's interesting too that they were pretty even for at least the first two matches. I'd say there were some pretty even fights here and there, despite how much they switched up weapons. And I think it's good to be able to hold that versatility in a comp setting, especially where you can switch weapons and you're still confident, you still know what you're doing, and most importantly, you're still giving your all, which I think both of these did a pretty darn good job with, and very good first set, very good sort of dive into this Switzerland this week.
Yep.
But we will be going on a break as we get ready for round 2. So me and Brickface will be right back in just a few for another good set.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Switzerland number 53, Splatoon 2 edition. We are celebrating Splatoon 2's 9th anniversary. That was 2 days ago by, instead of playing on Splatoon 3, this time we will be playing in Splatoon 2. How interesting.
It's been a fun time so far. Me and Brickface over here don't have a lot of experience with Splatoon 2, which just makes this even funnier to us. But, I mean, me personally, the most that's really, like, I guess a learning curve in this case, is the fact that the maps are so freaking huge in comparison, but also, some of the weapons and the specials are not the exact same, and especially the kits. But, I mean, it's convenient that you can see all that in the top right.
Yep.
But it is a fun time regardless. We will be going into Clan Blitz on Muscle Forge Fitness. Oh, big stretch. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It's already 7. One thing as well that, I mean, we mentioned earlier, but I'm just thinking about it again, is it does take a little bit of time. Emphasis on a little bit, quote-unquote, to get these matches started, because now we're not relying on pools anymore. We have to... Everybody has to have each other added, everybody's gotta get each other's friend codes, and not to mention our caster Taki also has to get their friend codes so that they can get into the game, and... You know, it's a bit more of a time-consuming process, but it gives us more time to sit here, be a little chit-chatty, have a little bit more spotlight on us as well. It's a nice little refresher.
It's a double-edged sword, you know. It is going to be a longer Switzerland with all of the logistical problems. But on the bright side, you know, I get to commentate for longer and just yap for longer, so...
We get to be on stage a little bit longer! Yippee! Yahoo!
Hooray!
Oh, there we go. But we are going into our first match here with Johan versus Mogi. I swear I vaguely recognize the name Johan, but I don't think I've actually seen this person. I feel like I have, but maybe it's just a weird little Mandela effect going on here. But we've got Johan on, I can't tell which roller that is, and I think that's the Kenza Gal. I gotta get Inkapedia back up. Speaking of Inkapedia, SplatoonWiki.org. If you don't know something about Splatoon, SplatoonWiki.org knows it for you.
This is turning into the Inksite ad read.
That's sort of what's going on here. That's sort of what's happening in here. Okay, thank you. That is the let me get back into the weapons list, because this is not working in right. Roller, it is one of the rollers.
This is Hero Roller.
I misheard Taki. Taki had told me, but I didn't. I misheard because I'm a little smooth.
It's just a reskin of V-Roller.
Yeah, sounds about right. That's how they did the hero shot too. But anyways, looks like Mogi has scored, holding up a good ground here, especially having good paint control as well, which is another thing we were seeing with the gals as well. At least in what we've seen so far, all our gal players are holding up pretty good paint control, but Johan's completely sneaking off, giving Mogi, as much as they think they've got this advantage by being at their basket, Mogi has already scored. And Mogi had nobody there stopping them, nothing there to hold them back, and just ran right in with that ball, which is a funny part with clams and 1v1s too, especially on such a big map. Like, this stuff already happens in Splatoon 3 with how small the maps are, but like, with how big these maps are, it seems as if it's like so hard to keep up with your enemy, since they could be across the map and you might not even know. You're just trying to scurry around, figure out where they are. But Mogi was able to track down Johan here, easily getting that pig. On the other hand, the counter kill over here, before Mogi was even able to score, Johan ran right in, got that kill, and now they're rushing in for that basket. And if they can just hold their ground and gather enough clams, then they can get that score and they might be able to catch up on this one.
Yeah, unfortunately, in this game, it takes 10 clams to make a super clam, so clam economy is that much more important.
As well as, I had just noticed too that when you use your splashdown, you drop your clams, it looks like. They had a good handful, but they had to drop them to try and use that splashdown in hopes that they would get that kill, but unfortunately, even here with trying to be sneaky and stealthy, they just could not get that kill, since, again, Gala's just such a quick killing weapon, and Mogi's
struggling on the wall.
The little swim struggles, you know, everybody goes through it. Dude, I've got almost 3,000 hours on Splatoon 3, and I still have these moments where I just can't I just can't get up the wall because of one little inch of paint, so, you know, it happens to everyone. Sometimes it's on stream, sometimes it's not. No harsh feelings over there.
I'm not sure if I saw Mogi stop for a second, if they were clipping or not. That would be quite a funny clip, because we've all been there.
It would be funny. Trying to play a tournament and I can't get up this dang wall. But with Johan being sneaky over here, they're just trying to hold their ground and finally get that splashdown. Unfortunately, the splashdown didn't kill, but they did get a chance to pinch off Mogi on the grates there, dropping their ball all the way back in Johan's base, so they can't even reach that ball now. On the other hand, Johan does have a ball, so they're able to, like, they might be able to score, just get one good kill, but unfortunately, they've gone down. They got picked off, and now they're not going to be able to reach that ball again, but they do have pity. You know, that's the cool thing with Splatoon.
One clam short of a power clam.
One clam short. Ooh, but they got that kill, and now they're able to take the chance and get that last clam, finally scoring a ball and missing. Thankfully, since this is a 1v1, they were able to grab it before Johan came back. Johan trying to get a sneaky kill there, but that Booyah Bomb sort of haltering them and pushing them off a little bit, which, you know, I mean, what can you do with a Booyah Bomb, man?
Yeah.
Not a bad match at all, though. They had some pretty good fights. Both of them had their moments where they were able to hold their ground. Unfortunate for Johan, though. They tried so hard to just take that push, get that kill, and finally score their clams, but they just weren't able to get in enough, leaving the Galas, once again, the sort of superior weapon in this stance. But that now begs the question on if they're going to stay on that roller and give it another shot, or if they're going to switch off to something stronger or more meta, or maybe something they know could be a good Gal counter pick. You know, we'll just have to find out and see.
Yep. And, I'm sorry for interrupting you earlier.
No, you're good.
What were you
very
say about Splatoon 2?
I'm very, very yappy. Specifically this map, Moray Towers, I've not seen most of the Splatoon 2 maps, but this one I hear everybody and their grandma saying they want this map back. So I am interested. I'm excited to see what makes Moray Towers so special.
Moray Towers is an absolute classic. I think everyone wants it back just based on vibes. Like, I've played on this map a few times recently. I've had it in quite a few rotations recently, but I don't know, it's just a really weird map, but you know, it's a classic, and like it's fun. I like it. It's got great vibes.
I really like the look of it. I see the appeal, hands down. I just put my things down. I see what we're looking at here. even if it feels a bit more gimmicky, this definitely looks like a really fun map.
Oh yeah, it is a pretty gimmicky map.
So I can't be too mad about it, but it does look like a lot of fun. But as I was saying earlier, you know, I was curious if Johan was gonna get a counter pick weapon out or not. And it looks like they did. They pulled out the Jet Squelcher, giving them missiles too instead, which could be good on tower control since they can push the enemy off the tower regardless of where they're at. But unfortunately, that Gal is still quicker killing weapon, stronger killing weapon, leading them to get that kill and take the lead with the tower. Even if they don't hold it too far from here, they've still got a pretty nice lead going on here.
Oh yeah.
And using that Booyah to throw off Johan, just pushing them out of the way. But, you know, Johan has the range advantage. If they can just find a good spot to utilize that right, then it could work out in their favor. Like how it did right there. Maybe not with that range, but they were able to get that kill before Mogi even pushed their way up. Look at the number they have.
The number that shall not be named.
I did the hand thing, bro. I am 24.
Lock in.
Lock in, chat. Lock in. We got Switzerland going on here.
This is the difference of locked versus geeked.
Locked versus geeked is wild. It is interesting to see as well with how big the maps are, and especially this map. You know, I feel like they have even paint control, but at the same time, Mogi also has a lot more paint control. It's just such a big map. They've got so many areas like well painted, but it's such a big map that suddenly this spot that you've already painted doesn't really serve any use to the objective or vice versa. And that's another thing I'm finding interesting to watch here compared to Splatoon 3, because paint control seems a lot more lenient and a lot more more going on here. We do see a trade happen here though, which is really funny to look at. I always like seeing the trades in 1v1s because it's just so neck and neck, such a tight fight that these two people just give it their all and they're both on even ground, which, I mean, looking at their scores, they are on pretty even ground too, ironically speaking, because this is not even ground by any means.
No, it is.
The ground is very
angled.
uneven. It's very angled and skewed and layered.
Yeah.
But you get my point. You catch my drift.
I find it a little sad that we got tower control on this map instead of clams. I think clams on this map is really funny because the baskets are on the lowest layer at opposite sides, so they're really close to mid and really close to each other. So it's a very silly clams game.
That does sound interesting. A long
Yeah,
way to the basket, but a short
where the
distance
block
between
Johan
them.
is on is where the baskets are.
Interesting. That does
So they're,
sound like it would be funny.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe I
know
do
how
need to get
balanced it
Splatoon 2.
is. Oh yeah.
I don't think that
definitely.
sounds very balanced at all, that's for sure. A long
It's
ways
fun,
out to the
for
basket,
sure.
but then the baskets are like right next to each other.
Yeah. It basically just cuts down the distance you need to take to basket into like nothing. It's like at least half of the distance to basket on like any other map. It's funny.
That's fascinating. That is interesting. I was gonna say too with this map that that's a long tower route. Like, just because this map is such a big map, at least the tower route isn't all the way up every single zigzag. Because I would be like, oh my god, that would take
Imagine
forever
how
to get a knockout.
long.
They would have to
Knockouts
make these
wouldn't
matches
exist.
10 minutes long in order to get a knockout on this game. That would be so imbalanced. I'm glad it isn't working like that. But
Yup.
at the very end here, we do see Johan take that lead, which they were only off by a couple points until then. finally able to get that last kill at the end, securing that win for them, which puts them at a 1-1 here instead of just giving Mogi the win, which it looked like for a long time that they would have had that win, but Johan got one final pick, and that's one of the many things I find interesting with 1v1s, is that literally one kill is all it takes. You get one kill, you can push the whole objective, you can take the whole lead, you can get full map control, you have to do everything, but it's also just the fact that it really is that simple. But at the same time, it's really complicated because you are the only target. I find 1v1s really interesting. I never cared for them too much until I got into this tourney, but here we are! Now I'm over here watching them for fun. I literally have popcorn over there. I could be sitting here with a big old popcorn bucket watching this like a movie.
And you didn't get any for me? How rude.
No, I'm big and greedy.
Aw, man.
Aw, man. It does look like our final match, though, is Zones on Walleye Warehouse. Which
Walleye
is
Warehouse is a
I've
returning
never seen.
stage from Splatoon 1 that did not appear in Splatoon 3, since apparently there's an unwritten rule that a map can't appear 3 times, which is
ironic.
kind of
I
weird.
got my popcorn. Me like popcorn.
Taki just said something. I didn't quite catch that, unfortunately.
Shout out to Taki's mic, heart emoji. We love you, Taki, it's okay. It'll be back in Splatoon 4.
It'll be back in Splatoon 4.
We're gonna get Walleye Warehouse
We gotta believe.
back in Splatoon 4. We gotta believe, we're gonna manifest it.
Walleye Warehouse is a really interesting map to me. I feel like this might have been the map I played on my first ever Splatoon match of all time. And I'm not a ginormous fan of the layout, but I enjoy the map either way.
I don't hate it too much, at least from looking at it here. I do have a grudge against maps that have something right in the middle of the zone, but you know, at the same time, Johan has a long-ranged weapon here, so they're able to cap that zone even from a distance, which is pretty convenient on such a big map like this, because you want to be able to utilize your range, really take advantage of it.
Oh yeah, for sure. I bet if I went back to this map and like gave it a good shot and played on it now, I would enjoy it a lot more, since Splatoon 3 maps are just worse.
In comparison.
Yeah, as we see Mogi
why.
pushing all the way up into Johan's spawn, trying to push their advantage as far as they can.
Which I think is even more interesting in Splatoon 2. I feel like with how big the maps are in this game and in Splatoon 1, you know, spawn camping seems a little trickier to pull off with how far you have to get into the enemy spawn to really hold your ground. So, you know, a good team could counter more spawn camping a little bit easier on a bigger map like this, now that I'm thinking about it, but
yeah,
I think I'm getting a little bit sidetracked.
With the spawn pads instead of the floating spawn coffee makers, it does make spawn camping a lot different.
Yeah, that too. I never thought about that as well. Thankfully for Mogi here, you know, they're able to hold their ground so well despite it all. That, ooh, last second with 1 point remaining, Johan could have gotten that. But unfortunately, having to prioritize the zone over the kill, they got themselves killed. Which was a tricky little fight there. It was either lose to the countdown or lose to Mogi. But that does leave Mogi as our winner for this round, which I think is interesting. I think it was fun. It was a really tight matchup this time around. You know, our first round, there were times where one person had really good control, the other person took it back, but most of these rounds, like at least 2 of these 3 rounds with Johan and Mogi were pretty even, pretty neck and neck. Good matches to see. But that that does leave us on a time where we're gonna take a break. We're gonna take a quick snack break, do some munching or something.
Maybe get some more popcorn.
Maybe get some more popcorn. You know, you guys in the chat can get some popcorn too. Pretty good.
Yep.
But
As I like to say, don't go anywhere except to get some popcorn.
Except to get some popcorn. We will be right back with more Switzerland in just a few minutes. on Switzerland, Splatoon 2 edition. Once again, I'm Lucky, and I got Brickface over here, and we are going to be watching Johan once again. He's getting the double cast over here. And we will be on clams again, but this time we're going to be on Port Mackerel. How do we feel about Port Mackerel over here?
I haven't played on this map in too many years.
Tis one of those moments where I pull up SplatoonWiki.org.
Somehow not sponsored.
Somehow not sponsored. They should sponsor us.
We need sponsorships so we can just do ad reads for fun. I think most of the commentators enjoy doing it, seeing as how we do it so much.
I do it as a bit because it's funny. It would be funny if I actually made money off of it, but I digress. I mean, let me take a little gander at this map. It looks not too bad.
Anyways, going up against Johan, we have Sora under the team name No Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Which I just think is a pretty funny team name.
I like calling ketchup. I saw someone call it catsup once, and I was like, catsup.
I've heard it called catsup a few times. I don't really know if that's like a common thing or I don't know.
I think it's like a poke at accents, like a certain accent that says it like that or something. But I wouldn't know. I just say it because it's funny. I don't like ketchup though. Ironically, the funny part is I don't like.
You don't like ketchup?
I do not.
Hockey? Can we ban Lucky / Jay?
Can we kick this guy out? Can we get this guy out of here? He doesn't like ketchup.
Ketchup is awesome. I don't
like
have
ketchup.
it very often, but I do like it. It's pretty tasty.
I like barbecue sauce. If I have a dipping sauce with anything, it's either buffalo sauce or barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I don't like ketchup, and I don't like mustard, and I don't like ranch.
You hate the big three.
I hate the big three.
Now you see, that's a crime in my book.
This is a bannable offense. They'll watch this because I'm not gonna show up for the next Switzerland. They're gonna execute me. They're gonna get me out of here.
Mods, crush a skull.
Mods, crush a skull. Plot twist, I am the mods. No, I'm not. I'm just the guy who talks on camera. Let me take a gander at Sendo. Oh yeah, we did look at Sora. Well, Sora, also known as No Ketchup, does not have a lot on their Sendo page, which honestly I find interesting because people with empty Sendo pages are either like just completely new to the scene, new to the game, whatever, or like they're actually just it. They're just the it guy. They're everything. They're like way better than we expect. And so It leaves us with like no expectations, which I find really interesting because they could be really, really good and we just don't know it yet.
Yeah, the only thing we can glean from their Sendu profile is that they might play Splattershot, and they are, quote, just a silly little ball of sunshine, end quote.
And I dig that. So, even in the end, if they don't nail this, that's okay. They're a little ball of sunshine, and me always like a little ball of sunshine. But we are getting into the match. We got Clamblitz, Squiffer Johan's coming in with, and we got Sora indeed on the splatter shot, specifically the Kenza splatter shot. But not surprising me with that being the only weapon on their Sendo. Funny thing though, with a map this big, they are going completely parallel of each other until Sora realizes, oh crap, they're scoring, and they actually get them. Which, I mean, it is good that they got that pick. They have time to gather a ball, and just as their basket goes down, they can score that right back in and get their payback in.
Yep.
A good Spliffer is really hard to fight though, so I'm curious to see just how this is gonna go. With Sora running straight to the basket, they might have forgotten that it doesn't open up again right away, but they ran right in and got picked right off, giving Johan another chance to score, with that pushing another 10 points ahead, and just holding their ground. But oh, unfortunately, Johan wasn't able to get that kill. They couldn't see that. Sora was right there. He's right behind me, isn't he? But Sora came right back in and scored another ball, and with just a couple clams, they take the lead. Disorienting Johan just enough with their mobility and how well they're painting to hold their ground and gather some more clams, and they didn't make another score, but they did push all the way down to 59 remaining and get that kill back in. Like I was saying earlier, like with nothing on your Sendo profile, it's like nobody knows what to expect from you. Nobody knows what they're looking for in you, but turns out you are holding up pretty well. Sora is doing pretty good holding their ground, especially with a Squiffer, because a good Squiffer with good aim can easily pick off a lot of weapons, but unfortunately they're just moving just quick enough for Johan to not land their shots, which I felt that, dude. Don't put me on Charger. As long as you don't put me on Charger, we're good.
Yup. I've tried playing Charger quite a few times. I don't play very well. It's gotten to the point where I joke with some of my friends that I'm gonna play scoped splatter scope in Splatoon 3, and everyone in the voice call is just, don't do it! Don't do it! Because the one time I did, I went like 0-5 or something stupid like that.
Chargers are interesting. Once you get good at them, they are really strong and really good.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of, Johan's been able to get a couple kills here and push his way back in, scoring back up to a lead all the way down to 36, which, with how hard, with how strong Sora's original push was, it seemed like it was going to be pretty hard to get back at them, but oh, they pushed in, they got their lead, they stood their ground. And see, that's what I was saying, a good Charger that can just pick you off in a second can easily get right back at you. Sora got that lead, but they also died right away, giving Johan the chance to go to their basket the very moment it comes down, and rush back out before Sora can even get them.
Camping that basket like crazy.
Yeah, practically spawn camping that basket, coming back around to score just one more clam so that they keep that lead, which At this point now they're just skirmishing. They're just chasing each other around. You know, and like Scooby-Doo when they're chasing each other through the hallways. That's what this looks like to me. They're just running back and forth and back and forth around all these obstacles for like a good 30 seconds there. And
that's good stalling time.
it is pretty good stalling, which especially is good within the last 30 seconds. But Johan's gonna have to pick up his feet and get back over there and hold his ground just long enough to get back there. But, you know, once again, one kill is all it takes. He's right back at that basket. He's right back to scoring again, and just a couple more clams. And he'll be able to get that win. But with 10 seconds, is it going to be enough? It is not! They scored just one clam short before Sora got the kill, able to score and take that overtime all for themselves. You know, pretty tight match. I love, one thing on Switzerland that I love so much is seeing just how tight the matches get, especially in the latter half, which, now that I've been here for both sides, it's really interesting to watch, because sometimes, like, obviously in the first half, a lot of these matches are just like, one person takes the lead, one person takes the win, and it's just plowing through it, and it's very uneven, very one-sided, usually. And then there's some matches like this that are practically neck and neck, where everybody's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth the whole match. But then during the latter half, you know, you got all the people who are neck and neck just beating it, like going all out for it. And I love watching that in 1v1s. It is really fun to see people who are just one-to-one, meeting eye to eye, just a perfect fight back and forth. I love seeing that with 1v1s.
Yep. I wonder if on Walleye Warehouse, I'm Scooby-Dooing him is a call-out.
I'm Scooby-Dooing him!
You know, you're just running around mid, chasing someone or getting chased by someone, just distracting them and doing nothing else. You just call out, I'm Scooby-Dooing! I'm Scooby-Dooing!
I'm Scooby-Dooing him!
We need to make this meta.
Can we make this a new meta, chat? We need to start using this. Lock in. We're gonna Scooby-Doo it together. You, me, and chat. But next up, we are on tower control on New Albacore Hotel. Not motel, close enough. You know, Pitbull made a song that said both of those, so they're all the same to me.
I'm just noticing on the rules list, we have like the map equations. We have like Scorched Gourds means the reef, Eeltail Alley means Muscle Forge Fitness, that kind of a thing. And then there's the maps that are in both games, so it's just Wahoo World means Wahoo World. Manta Maria means Manta Maria.
Wahoo
And I
World.
just find that really funny.
Inkblot equals Inkblot. Believe it or not, if you're playing on Inkblot, I think you're going to be playing on Inkblot. I don't know though, I might just be big brain. I might just be ahead of the game. I forgot Flounder Heights was a Splatoon 1 map, but not a Splatoon 2 map.
Oh
so
yeah, I went back to Splatoon 1 and checked out Flounder Heights, and I'm so sad they butchered it. Like, I've never really noticed the difference until recently, but man, they really butchered it in Splatoon 3.
Maybe that's why it sucks so much to play on, though to be fair, I just play backline, so of course it's gonna be tricky on a map like that. But we're going back in, everyone playing the same weapons, which I mean, to be expected. You know, I followed the rule of if it works, it works. And, you know, with how tight these two were playing last time, they're both on pretty even ground on these weapons, so I'm not surprised to see they're just sticking to their guns and going with what they know they can use.
Yep. Sora taking the tower first, starting off with trying to get a big lead.
This is a pretty map. I like it.
It does look very nice.
Reminds me of going to water parks. I haven't been to a water park in ages, but I don't want to get too sidetracked. That's not what we're here for.
Oh man, I haven't.
We're
either.
not here for little water park stories, although it'd be pretty cool. We need to start a podcast.
The Switzerland podcast would go kind of crazy. I'd sign up for that.
To be fair, it would be pretty good.
Us commentators get up to a lot of shenanigans in the voice call between rounds.
But it looks like Sora is easily able to hold the tower, utilizing both their paint and their range to get those kills. And especially with missiles, you know, on a charging weapon, something like missiles is really good to displace like charging weapons. And I know that because I'm a Hydra.
Oh yeah.
Anything that displaces me is like, it just cancels me out entirely with how long Hydra takes. So, you know, with that being said, Sora was able to utilize that and their trusty splatter shot pretty well and easily score a full knockout, not even giving Johan the chance to get up that tower, which honestly I find impressive. Usually pretty good Squiffers just, at least it might just be me having a hard time fighting them, but at least in my first-hand experience, Squiffers are pretty hard to fight. So, it is interesting, but also, I mean, they were neck and neck that first match, and now they've just gone 2-0, like, just easily knocking out that second match here. But, you know, since this is a play all three, we get to see one more match. You know, Johan might still be able to score in one more win. Which is going to be on zones on the Reef. And, I mean, I think both of their weapons are decent for zones. Obviously, Splattershot paints pretty well, but so does Squiffer. Squiffer has some good tap shot painting. So, you know, I feel like even if he does stay on Squiffer, this could be a good chance for him to take back that lead and get one more win in for himself. Even if he didn't win this set, he won at least another match, bumping him up the leaderboard just a little bit. And you know, that could be game-changing. That could decide if you're on bracket or not. Even just one match can put you right back up there. So,
Yep.
We'll just see. We'll just have to find out. Well, this is another map I haven't seen either, but this is one of the maps I can look at and just confidently go, yep, that's Splatoon. Because I saw all the little shops and stuff, and I was like, yeah, that looks like Splatoon.
Yeah.
That looks like the average Splatoon city.
The Reef is one of the maps in Splatoon 2 that I like more. I look back on this map and I haven't really played it on multiplayer, but the times I have, it was pretty fun.
It does look like, however, Johan has switched to the Gal, getting off of the Squiffer in favor of a little bit more paint control and a little bit better, like, damage and kill rate. At least compared to how they were doing on Squiffer, because chargers are interesting. Chargers are tricky. A really precise charger can be really, really good, but if you don't got just enough precision, it's going to be a real hard time. So, you know, seeing that he was having such a hard time before, he switched back off of that onto Kenzagal, giving him a Booyah Bomb as well to help cover the zones. Which is also good not only with this bridge, but also with the zone being split into two. I have a very love-hate for double zone maps, so...
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's interesting and it's fun, and in a full team setting, it's nice to be able to coordinate who's covering what side, but... Ooh, but last second, Sora's able to get a pick and stop the zone from ticking down, which I was worried about. I saw Johan got all the way down to 4, showing that maybe this was the right weapon pick for him. Maybe this was the weapon that he really needs to get back into gear. With Sora sharking for a little bit and sneaking back in. You know, Johan did take the zone. Ooh, I was gonna say, Sora might have been able to take that back, but they were easily picked off anyway, with how quick Gal can get a kill, especially with close range. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Gals do have decent shot spread, but getting up close and personal, just the less shot spread, you know, so.
Oh yeah, just who cares about accuracy when you're just barrel stuffing, am I right?
Yeah, if it's just right in their face, you're gonna get that kill anyway, because a shot to the face is still a shot to the face.
Yep.
So with that being said, Johan is able to hold the zone till his penalty's over, finally taking that win all for himself. A very well-deserved win after those 2 losses. And especially with that first match, again, just being neck and neck, you know, I knew he had it in him, but it was just a matter of right place, right time, and of course, especially the right weapon there. So, you know, while he didn't win this set, he did win one of those matches, proving himself that he could do it. So, I'm impressed. I'm satisfied. It was a really good matchup to watch. But we will be going on another break real quick between sets. Just while we wait for set 4, we will be going on a quick little break. But don't leave just yet. Don't leave just yet, because there's more Switzerland to come. Once we're done with these rounds, we're going straight into brackets, and that's going to be even more of a blast. So just wait, just kick back, maybe get yourself a drink, and we will be right back with some more Switzerland in just a few.
See ya.
And we are back on Switzerland! Welcome back, everybody! Once again, I'm Lucky, I got Brickface over here, and we're gonna go into the final round, round 4 of our Splatoon 2 edition of Switzerland! And this time we got familiar face para. I recognize them. I swear I recognize Osu, but I cannot think of it past the game. I am so sorry. My brain's running a blank. But I have seen Para around here a lot, and
yeah, Para's Switzerland regular here now.
They've become a regular, and from what I've seen, they do play pretty darn well. So I'm excited to see this final set here. Not that this is the final set of the whole tourney. You know, after this, we're gonna go on to brackets, and although I'm gonna tap out and sit on the couch over there, we're gonna be going on to the real meat and potatoes after this. So, but you know, stay tuned. We've got a really good matchup right here. Para's been a really good, reputable player, at least to me. And again, I swear I recognize Osu. I'm gonna look at their page. I need to see. I swear.
Osu was in Switzerland 45, but that appears to be the only Switzerland they've been in.
They've been in two. They've been in 2.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking
52.
at their Sendo. There's a couple.
I don't think I was commentating for 52 though. I can't remember.
I do recognize them. Let's see. Let's take a
very
gander.
familiar.
Let's take a little gander. A little gander. Why does it show the bracket if they didn't make it to bracket? Big shrug. 16th, 11th. Not bad, not too bad at all. I could still see them holding up pretty well here. But also, we just don't know for certain yet. We're getting right into it. This could be a pretty neck-and-neck fight. We just gotta wait and see. Luckily, this is a more familiar map for me. Because this is one of the maps that's also in Splatoon 3. So this feels like I'm just watching a Splatoon 3 game now. Which does make this a lot easier for me to keep up with the pace, because it at least looks like it's the same size. But look at that trade. First kill, and it's a trade on both sides. Nobody's even scored, and that ball is going to shred before they can get back out to it. Which, you know, that is just the first 30 seconds of the match, but that already says a good amount to me. This could be a really even matchup right here, and we could see a pretty tight fight like we did before, with Osu taking the ball and getting in there, but Para being prepared, Para being focused and getting that kill right away. Once again, as we've seen in these clams matches, just giving the enemy an opportunity to run in. But unfortunately, it looks like they were scrambling to get clams there. They weren't able to get a full ball in time, running up there with nothing and then just getting themselves picked off, which, you know, unfortunate. The pressure does that to you, but they can pick themselves right back up. Osu's got a...
with the second power clam and a second score, getting another 10 points.
Exactly. I was gonna say, you know, it was looking pretty tight here, and I mean, if Para can pick their feet up, get on going, then they can make a pretty good push here. I've seen them play. They're pretty good. But you know, Osu's able to hold their ground pretty well, especially with being sneaky over here, scoring one clam before Para could even pinpoint where they went, which, unfortunately, with the GooTuber in this game, I think in Splatoon 3, one of them at least comes with the torpedo, so you can sort of track your enemies, but unfortunately with Splatoon 2, you don't really get that. You just get a suction bomb. So they don't really have that ability to track the enemy, and if they're a good sharker, you know, that's gonna get to them, which clearly it's looking like they're taking advantage of that. Just sneaking around, gathering without Para even noticing.
And jumping straight back to base to get out of there.
Scary. You know, like, it's interesting. They're taking advantage of what they know isn't working, or what they know is working, which is really good to do in a 1v1. If you notice a strong weakness in your enemy, then your best bet is exploiting that weakness as much as you can. And if they just can't keep up with you sharking and lurking around, then, you know, that might just be the strat. Not to say Para's weak or anything, you know, with them being a regular around here, they've got a grasp on what they're doing. This is just a tricky matchup, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure if GooTuber was the right pick for Para.
Thankfully, though, even if it's not, this is only that first round. I really...
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at
Oh
this!
no! Para
That's
doesn't
just
even
cocky.
notice.
That's evil. Oh, that's evil behavior.
I know dang well Osu pressed. I think it's safe to say both players pressed the clip button on that one. That was funny.
They definitely booyah'd. They knew we were looking, and they were like, yeah. And speaking of getting a clip, we just saw Taki get a clip here too. Such a good moment. Even the TO has to get a clip in there too. I don't mean to laugh at Farrah. That was just objectively a really funny move.
It's
But
nothing.
Farrah
It's
might
nothing
be-
against either
Oh.
player. It's just funny circumstances. It happens.
It was just like very cartoonishly funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's right behind me, isn't he? And they're just standing there. It's funny, but you know, Para could get... And as Taki's just said, it's just like the Splatoon trailer. Which, I mean, you're not wrong.
The awkward pause in there.
The awkward
you,
pause and the
Nintendo.
slow turnaround of... He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
but it is looking like it's not in Para's favor this time around. That Splashdown might be able to help them hold their ground, but with that Booyah Bomb, they've got to move quick. Losing their ball because of that Splashdown, I don't even know if they noticed they dropped it. Unfortunately, just trying to get that kill. They're both just sitting there like, okay, what now? Yeah. At this point, sounds about
We
right.
know who's winning.
We know who's winning. We know where this is going. Unfortunate, but really funny circumstance. You know, if it were me, I would be rightfully frustrated in Paris' shoes, but at the same time, you're gonna look back on this in a week and you're just gonna be laughing about it. Because
Yeah, for sure.
It was such a cartoonishly funny goal. But, you know, that was only the first match, and this is a play all three. So, despite despite being outmatched there, Para could still pick this back up. They might just be sort of trying to test the waters of what weapons they're gonna play, what weapons are best to play here. And, you know, especially with, if it were me, especially with how much Osu was like sharking and sneaking around, I would get a weapon that has some sort of tracking on it, whether it's the sub or the special, because I could tell they just could not keep an eye on Osu at all there. So.
Oh yeah, that would definitely be a major advantage.
We'll just have to see. We are gonna go on to tower control on Arawata Mall, which I am honestly, I mean, I've never seen this map as I have with many of the Splatoon 2 maps, but I like the maps that are themed after like stores or shopping areas or whatever. I think it's really cute. It's really fun. And so I have a feeling I'm gonna like this map.
Arawata Mall is just a really weird one for me because it's got this really big curvy hill in the middle and then two really high ledges on either side on the edge of the map. And it's just like the middle area of the map is bordered on all sides by really huge walls.
We've got an example up on the stream over here. Thank you, Talkie. Oh, we get to see the video. He's right behind me, isn't he?
with the extremely long pause, just waiting there.
Just shooting in front of them. He's right behind me, isn't he? Thank you for the visual, Talkie. Thank you for that addition.
Thank you.
We needed to just show that was what was funny about it, not the fact that Para was getting whooped. I don't want to make fun of anyone for a skill diff by any means.
No.
I am curious about this map, though. It does sound interesting. We got Para on the E-Leader and Osu on the GooTuber, which is a really interesting matchup to see here. You know, I had a feeling Para was going to pick something else, but now they're both on Chargers, which could put them on really even ground or really uneven ground, just depending on how well they're both using their Chargers. Meeting up face to face and still not getting the kill. You know, see, this is the funny part with Charger versus Chargers, because it's such a silly standoff to look at. It's either just easy, quick, immediate picks, or it's just, dear God, I can't hit them. I can't hit them.
Yeah, just rapid panicking, spamming of tap shots.
Oh, but it looks like Osu got the first kill after already taking back that tower. You know, they didn't get that kill before, but Para did have to jump out, giving them that advantage. And Osu's got all the way down to 57. They've gotten off the tower, but now they're exploiting that weakness once again, hiding from Para in plain sight. The funny part with how they're playing, especially with that splashdown, which is just evil, honestly. That's one thing I don't like with Splatoon 3 right now. That sort of sharking splashdown move. It works, but it's so hard to work against that. So I can't even blame Para. Sharkers are good if you can't keep track of them. But now they're back in this sort of standoff because Para has an idea I was gonna say, Para has an idea of where they are, but they just were not able to get a quick enough kill on them. Which, as much as Charger on Charger puts them on, like, more even ground, E-Leader is such a slow Charger in comparison to Gootuber. But, with getting just close enough to really fine-tune their aim, they were able to get that kill and push the tower back. They might be able to score this one back. Using their special to paint, which could be smart. Oh yeah, that does paint a decent amount. That makes sense. That makes sense. I hadn't seen Bubble Blower. Now that I've seen it, I know. Now I know. The more you know. They do have the range advantage here, but unfortunately, I was gonna say, if they could get the kill here, they could hold the tower for a good long way from there, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, Osu gets the kill back. This map is going to be kind of lockout heavy because both sides of the map, both sides of the map reach over the middle section where the tower goes, so you just easily be able to snipe from there.
Yeah, that, and it's very, very narrow. It's a very narrow path, which is a complaint I see a lot about the Splatoon 3 maps as well. A lot of them just being a straight path forward, but...
Osu getting some nasty sharking in there.
Osu getting in there with that shark, causing Para to panic and just scramble through that. Para's gonna have to find some way to at least get a counter kill, or maybe find some way to just keep an eye on them. Ooh, but a good snipe from them, judging as they were holding the tower. One thing, I think, of all modes to be tricky on a 1v1, I think probably the hardest for me would be tower, because you have to be on the tower, you have to be somewhere slow and immobile that the target is going to know where you are at all times, because the tower is moving, and the tower moves slow on a very set path, so it's like, oh, of course, if the tower is moving, they're on the tower, I just go for the tower. So it is becoming a really tough match for these two, since they can tell where their enemies are, but at the same time, Osu gets that mid-air kill on Para.
Osu seems to know how to ditch the tower to avoid detection.
That as well. They know when to place themselves in different spots, which, admittingly, even in a team setting, I still struggle with. So, you know, good on you for having that sense, especially in a 1v1.
Yeah, it seems Osu knows they have the leading score, so they can just shark around and keep Para off tower instead of actually pushing.
That's another interesting part with 1v1s, too. Like, even if you're not actively scoring, if you have a lead, so long as you keep the enemy from getting any further lead, then you got it. You got that win in the bag. And with Osu finally scoring one last kill, they also sacrificed themselves at the very end there, taking a little swim, if you will. Unfortunate for Para, that does set them to lose this set, but you know, they could get one good comeback match from this, just like our last set. It's not impossible. And
can we get double bamboo? That'd be pretty funny.
Don't do that. Double bamboo would be wild.
Come on, it'd be funny.
It would be funny. Do it for the bit. Do it for the vine, if you will. We are gonna see them fight on another familiar face, Inkblot Art Academy Zones, which, specifically Zones on Inkblot, I find a very, very, very peculiar map. I personally just struggle on Inkblot in general. I've gotten a lot better with it this year, but it's always been a weak map of mine. But especially on Zones, unless they reworked this in Splatoon 3 and made it objectively harder, there's that big old block in the middle of the zone, which, you know, zone obstructions always throw me off big time. I liked Scorch too, but Scorch is the same exact way. We see Osu pull up with Umbrella, and Para still keeping one of their chargers on hand, which I think is an interesting pick. You know, I think as much as they have been having a hard time with that charger, I think the only reason Para's been having a hard time is because can't keep track of their enemy, but unfortunately, with how much that Brella paints around their enemy, they were still outmatched and outdone, easily getting wiped out by Osu here, which, I mean, Osu might even have even more of the advantage with that Brella shield there.
Oh,
keeping them
Para
from
doesn't
getting
see
shot.
it coming.
And
Oh, no.
once again, they are being stealthy, they are being sneaky, and Para just has no clue that they're even over there. At this point, just trying to go to paint zone, because if they're not going to get their target, next best thing is getting their objective. But, sneaking up, they might get that win. They get that win with a Brella shield kill, which at that point is really just rubbing salt in the wound, you know, like, of all they're doing. You know, I feel kind of bad for Para here, but
Yeah.
it is just the nature as well of open skill tourneys. You know, you're gonna face people who are a lot higher up than you, you're gonna face people who are a lot lower up than you, or lower down, I should say. And so, you know, as much as this was a easy knockout, all 3 matches for Osu here, if you see this at any point, Para, don't be hard on yourself for it. You know, it happens. It happens. Especially again in open level tourneys. You know, big skill diffs happen, and it sort of opens your eyes to, hey, here's what my big weakness is. Here's this big weakness that I have. Here's what I need to work on next. At least that's how I take it, so...
Yeah, like, I lost all 12 of my games my first Switzerland.
Me too, bro. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Don't look at our sets. You know, don't look at how we're doing. But
I'm definitely good at this game. Totally.
I promise, the 16 stars on my weapon mean I'm good at this game. But like, don't hold it to yourself too hard. You know, I would be grumpy about it if it were me, but at the same time, you're gonna look back at it tomorrow and you're gonna be like, okay, well, there's just something I gotta work on. There's something I didn't realize I was lacking in so much, or something like that, you know? And you can take it as a learning experience. With that being said, it was still good to see Para around, even if they did get knocked back pretty hard. Familiar face coming back in once again, and still a fun matchup to see. Really funny.
Yeah.
He's right behind me, isn't he? I'm still thinking about it. But that does conclude the Swiss segment of Splatoon 2 Switzerland. That'll be all you're gonna hear from me and Brickface personally. But don't go anywhere. We got the fun meat and potatoes really coming up soon here. Brickface, where can we find you elsewhere online?
Immediately after leaving commentating here, I'm going to be streaming Raiders again. Woo! Until my eyes fall out and my brain stops working. You can find me over at Brickface999 on both YouTube and Twitch. I will be streaming. Please come visit. I don't have any viewers.
Please go say hi to him if you want to see some good Raiders content. Unfortunately, if I do go in there, I'll probably just be lurking at most, because it's going to be a good minute before I get Raiders. But I'll boost your viewer count at least. I will give you that much.
Hooray!
Hooray! You'll get a little
I will say,
later.
I am significantly better at Raiders than I am at multiplayer.
Well, that'll be even more interesting to see. So if you guys want to see some good Raiders content, go find Brickface, Brickface999, YouTube and Twitch. And as for me, I'm not going to be streaming or nothing, but I am a very avid Twitter user, which isn't a flex. So you can find me on Twitter as well as YouTube and Twitch under @Siribubs, SIRIBUBZ. You can also find me on Sendo and the beloved inksite.live if you want to see my little gameplays, though I do post a lot of clips on Twitter. So, you know, if you want to see little old me and some funny little Hydra plays, go find me around the internet, and, you know, have fun with a little guy like me. But that concludes it for us for our portion of Switzerland. It was so fun to be here, and me and Brickface will probably see you all next week. Have a good one, everyone! Booyah!
Bye!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the bracket for Switzerland 53. I'm Orange. Next to me is Mouse. Mouse, how we doing today?
Pretty good. You know, got Raiders, so I'm really happy.
Cries and no Switch 2. But yeah, if you couldn't tell, especially by this map mode, I guess, this is the Splatoon 2 edition. So get ready for some interesting games. But we have TC Mako. We have TC Mako first, which too standard for my liking. I don't know about you, Mouse, but like
I would disagree. It allows us to have a look at the game difference rather than a stage. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Well, I don't even know what. I can't even look at their Sendo now to see what weapons they play because, like, the weapons don't exist. I mean, Paralysis plays a bow. Like, yeah, those are totally in this game.
there's got to be other
Nah.
similar weapons, but we'll. Ooh. I
We'll
don't
see.
like how empty it feels with no splash tags. Just
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
it's so
Ooh,
empty.
and that's the Firefin Flat Charger. So, Duction Bomb Rush, I believe, which is pretty exciting going into this.
Versus a
Um,
K-52? Oh god.
Yeah, I expected that, honestly. It just feels like Nerf V52 in Splatoon 3, because Booyah, except instead of Kill a Whale, but
I don't know. Guilty. I did use a 96 for my game, so
yeah, I see. Yeah, we just see how great the suction bomb rush is, being able to just lock out an entire area. So Mogi isn't allowed to step in it at all. So
you have to almost feel sort of
Yeah.
bad for them. I just
yes, but also they're playing K52. So
I mean, you have to feel bad for the Charger, not the 52.
oh yeah.
Oh god,
You
no.
do, but
I do have a confession to make.
oh no.
I did red stamp the K-52.
Mouse.
Listen, we're talking
Yeah.
2020. We're talking 2021 me here.
Yeah, even though I did main K52 in Splatoon 2, but also like I decided not to play it. It was better better off if I didn't.
Although I do have a soft spot for the V52 on Rainmaker.
The Splatoon 2 V52?
Yes, that one.
What does that have again? I actually don't remember.
Point sensor baller. So just a silly little kit.
Oh, that's really silly.
But it's not baloney, it's just a bunch of fun.
Yeah. Ooh, and we finally have a kill halfway through the match as Mogi kills Paralysis. Kind of. Welcome to Splatoon 2, where it takes this long to get a kill. I just keep remembering that area cup where there were like number one overall got 4 kills. There were, I think, 52 Tenna missiles. Like, oh, this game was so stally.
Yes, and people have the audacity to say it's better than 3.
I mean, it is in some aspects. It's not in others. For instance, the music in this,
some, I will.
I just love.
There's
But
just
Paralysis
so
is-
many quality of Oh, we are. Oh, I thought I saw the
Ooh.
charge get a kill.
Nah, I wish. Maybe here. Nope. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a really good charger kill. And we'll at least get to the checkpoint and maybe get through it. We'll see if they can hit another shot, but we'll see. We will see. Yep, and there we go. The suction bomb rush just completely locking out Mogi from being able to do anything. So really nicely. Oh.
Oh. There's only a minute left
Oh.
in the match. Oh. Oh.
Yeah. That. Although if Paralysis does get another chance to go, they do have that first checkpoint already unlocked. So it'll be a lot easier for them to go, but Mogi is just sharking, distracting. Sorry?
Do you know what the original GG's weapon was before Tri-Strikes?
Stingray?
Oh, I was thinking Booyah Bomb, but...
Oh. Yeah, I would always, that's fair, yeah.
I've never thought of Ray as a GG special. It's too inconsistent. Oh!
Maybe, ooh! That's really good.
We're gonna be down a special. Will the 52 try and get its special? Or will...
Yeah, but there's suction bomb rush, so if Mogi isn't careful, they get on tower, and Mogi does get the kill and will take the game.
Yep, that's true.
Unfortunate. That would have been really nice if if like a suction bomb got him or something, but what can you do?
I mean, considering the matchup, I really liked it.
Yeah. But anyways, I really saw. I think it's more so that I use Stingray in Splatoon 2. I would play V-Charger a lot. So
I never got good at it, so I didn't feel bad.
I never said that I was good at Charger. I just played it. It took me until like two months ago to get to something that's at least decent at Charger, and my first clip with it was like 7 years ago. Kind of crazy just how long I've been playing this game. But yeah, you would just get in a safe spot, pop Stingray, and allow one of your teammates to get on the tower, because your opponents sure are absolutely not on tower at that point.
True, but I don't feel bad for using Stingray because it's not as baloney. I mean, I wasn't good at it. You had a lot of bad Stingray users. So.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? I do hope that. I do wonder if Paralysis is going to stay on that Charger, though. I mean, you can just take zone with that suction bomb rush and then lock out. So we'll see.
We just got.
Oh. Peak.
I'm gonna go with no. They're not gonna change because.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you there. This is definitely a Chargers playground.
It's not a guaranteed win for either, but I can see.
Yeah. definitely not. So we'll see, but it will be really nice seeing what happens. Oh, so Mogi does also have some blasters pocketed, or as Splatoon 2 would call them, shooters, for whatever reason.
I consider. I consider. I have more blasters.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Yeah. Who knows? But we got the Kansas sloshing machines, so I think I can see it. I can see it, but I think that's like, isn't that like also a Booyah Bomb weapon, or I don't actually
No,
remember. I never got
What
around
was-
to learning subs and specials.
in Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Vanilla
that was
Kit had.
Splashdown. Okay.
No, Vanilla Kit had
Sorry.
Stingray. Neo had Splat Bomb Rush. And.
Busy Splashdown. So not gonna get nearly as much well, I guess you can't get much value if you're dead, but not nearly as good as triple Splashdown. I do expect a couple cancels if Paralysis isn't careful with how they use it, but we'll see. Ooh, and that was a excellent Booyah Bomb cancels, and that'll allow Paralysis to probably get this first checkpoint very cleanly this time. I mean, they do have a Splashdown, but I don't think they're going to use it just yet.
Hang on. We do have the middle. I don't know how close are they to Booyah Bomb. Oh, they just got.
That close. Yeah. Oh, man, there it is. Yeah, but I mean, Paralysis didn't lose that much special charge just because of how stuff works, but I don't think that's going to be as useful as it would be in a 4v4. Not that Splashdown is that useful in a 4v4, and that is a really nice kill by Mogi to allow them to. Kinda, but didn't know their opponent would die shit that early. If only that was the power you had. Ooh. That will be the lead for Mogi, and that's the thing about Splatoon 2 stages, is that it took that long to get to tower. Like, well, thankfully Paralysis isn't going to be knocked out there, but it takes so long to get to tower. They can just push more points than they could in Splatoon 3. And I think that's clean.
Did slip off tower.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Really nice kill though. And Busy is gonna be how Paralysis gets what they want this time. I forget if it was better in Splatoon 2. I feel like it was, but who knows? This might be lead here. Oh. Oh. Wow.
The win for Paralysis.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, come on, both of
60.
them are in X rank. Damn.
Yeah. And then now we have Mogi counterpicking with the team name I Heart Skipper Pavilion. I wonder
Oh.
what map they're going to pick.
Maybe it's not going to be Skipper Pavilion.
It probably won't be, but
It could be. But what mode?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, but I remember I played on. We played on Skipper Pavilion's zones earlier, and like it felt just like Lemuria. Like you couldn't push. Well, you could push up the center, but like that was about it. You couldn't go far.
Lemuria doesn't have that little cove bit at the top. So.
Why is that cove bit at the top there though? Like you never go into it except for like turf 4 from what I know.
Oh no, I go into it all the time in ranked battles because I'm a silly little goober.
Fair enough. Can't even say anything about that. But
2 apples tall.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe. Ooh, that is Port Macro Zones. Ooh, I love this actually.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and guess Paralysis is gonna go V machine. V Charger.
V Charger would be funny because you just have all those alleys and corridors where you just have all of the. You just have all the alleys and corridors to shoot a straight line of sight, which, like, yeah, when I played this, my opponents weren't nearly as good as everyone else, but, or as Paralysis and Mogi, but who knows?
It's just the intrigue, I guess. I don't really know these players. And this isn't a game we're familiar with. So.
No, this is not.
I mean, I only have, over 1,000 hours, so...
Hey, more than me, I think. Only 1,000 hours.
Listen, your jaw would drop if you saw my Splatoon 3 hours.
Oh no.
Like 3,800.
Oh,
and
Mouse, how? Ooh, Splat. V-Splat. No, that's Splash Neo. I was about to say, like, oh, it has Tri-Strike, but no, it does not.
No.
Another Suction Bomb Rush, okay.
I think we're seeing a theme here.
Paralysis really likes their Suction Bomb Rushes.
Against the... Oh!
Ooh. Just... Ooh, that is not... Yeah, Mogi is just going to be able to take whatever space they want and go with that Booyah Bomb to allow more time to take it.
I'm surprised they changed.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought with this pick was, but they might have had successes with it during groups and thought that they could do it again, but with another death under the belt, that will be very difficult. As yeah, that flash wall just it lets paralysis just not move and be locked in there for however long it takes, and with 10 ticks left.
You could say they're caught in paralysis.
I'm going to leave this call. But yeah, Mogi made very quick work of that. We can all blame Mouse for that bad joke. But anyway.
I'm sorry, my co-host here doesn't appreciate a good chuckle.
Now we've got him.
No, my co-host is not being held at gunpoint.
Someone help. No.
No, they are being held by a weapon that was also used as, I believe, the CIA used in the umbrella. The humble.
It's just someone from the CIA going in holding an undercover umbrella to.
But, well,
I mean, I guess if it works.
Well, for YouTube's sake, I won't mention what they use. Again, counterpicks. Are they actually going to go skip? Please, skip a pavilion.
Skip a pavilion. But they are going to have to pick clams here, so it's whatever clams.
What if it's a counterpick? If it's a counterpick, they're free to pick zones again.
No, it's yeah, so you can't pick a map or a mode that you've won on.
But Paralysis didn't win. Paralysis only won on Tower.
Right, Paralysis sounds weird. It's clams anyways, okay.
And plus Mogi would get to pick. Mogi would be allowed to pick. What was the first map they played? Tower, right? Mogi would be allowed to pick. Yeah, Mogi would be allowed to pick Tower because they won on zones last.
Oh,
that's weird.
Who knows? But
can't believe you're going to war.
I totally. It's a fun map. Oh wait, no, but it's clams. Oh, okay.
What? That's my favorite version. Call me
That's your
heathen.
Favorite? What? No. All I remember on Walleye Warehouse clams is that you never get to the basket ever, and if you score once, then well, you won. You win. Every game was 80-0, or sorry, 80-100.
You must have been playing a way different game than me because my scores didn't go like that.
Really? Oh. I also might just be misremembering. Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
But here we go.
I think I could get to X rank if the rank ladder was unlocked again.
Ooh, a squeezer. Is that regular? That's foil. Ooh.
No,
okay.
It is foil.
Yeah, so.
Splat Bomb Bubble Blower.
I like that kit. Wait, I like that.
Wait, did I guess it before it came on the screen?
Yes, you did.
Damn. Hey, look, a foil squeezer where I don't want to tear my hair out. I was thinking that.
Ooh, and a splash bomb kill. from paralysis, saving that clam from going in, and I wouldn't necessarily say we're resetting, but pretty much at that point.
If you've got a better term for it, go right ahead.
I don't.
Audience, please take note. You have to have 10 to make a tower.
Yes, that is true.
Let's see if the bubble blowing will be beaten senseless or will it be a kill? Oh.
Ooh, okay. That might.
How are we going? Oh.
I missed the basket jingle.
No.
I just threw it open at my first game and was like, what? No, you don't like the clam jingle?
No, I mean when your enemies are scoring on you in this game, it's
fair enough, but it feels so empty now without it.
Isn't it the same?
I didn't hear a jingle, so.
I like a jingle too. Oh.
Ooh, okay.
No clam or okay.
Oh, and they just immediately popped Booyah, so just reducing the amount of time that they have to get clams, which leads them to only get 80. And that's it. Yeah.
I don't know what the wisest decision.
The one weird thing, I guess I can't say one weird thing, but neither of them can jump to spawn now like they can in Splatoon 3. If they do, your power clam that you spend all that time getting just goes poof. No more.
I can see how this was the perfect map to counter.
Yeah, and now we have the old strategy of getting 2 clams, but okay, I can't even add suspense because paralysis just immediately gets that kill, gets 23 extra points, so okay, I guess. And that was actually really close to another splat bomb on splash wall kill, but not able to get it this time. With a minute to go, Mogi is going to have to do something quickly if they don't want to bring this to a game 5. Oh!
You were saying?
I was saying nothing important. But yeah, Mogi is gonna have to do something quick.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, but 20. Oh, never mind. They do still have 20 seconds, but I do think that paralysis is going to get the clam in, and that is going to be the game 2-2. Folks, we're going to a game 5.
A game 5?
Yeah. Oh, Mogi only got to S+ on clams. Imagine. Nah, I He couldn't be me. I'm S and clams.
Quad S plus.
Yeah. Yeah, I only ended up getting to S in everything except for zones that I got S plus 0 because of zone cheese. So
Again, I could have gotten to X rank eventually.
yeah, I was like really young and really bad at video games when I played Splatoon 2, so yeah, I probably wasn't getting to X rank if I wanted. Which, like, would have been nice, but also no. Ooh, anchovy. Love it. Love it. This is just better Marlin Airport. You can't change my mind. Which, like, I know the only reason I say
listen,
they're the same. What?
I know you diss on Marlin Airport, but I have to give my flowers to it. There's one reason.
What?
I won my triple first and only triple 3x there.
Nice. Well, no, I'm saying this is better.
I know.
Oh, triple. Oh, 333 times on Marlin Airport. Okay, I got you.
Anyway, I'm just going through. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Ugh, I don't even remember if I've ever won one, but
I lost 6 before.
6? Oh no.
Yep. And I can name them all off by heart. Team Sweet, 2023, Mahi Mahi. Team Rice, Ink Blots, Team Future.
Oh, Mouse, no.
Team Knights, Lemuria Hub.
It's like when you fail a shiny Pokemon, like, you know it. You know what Pokemon it was, when you encountered it, where you encountered it.
But enough about the past. We're going back.
Back to Ken's sloshing machine, which, hey, it worked for them last time, so can't argue with it. Yeah. It would be really funny if Splashdown could counter Booyah like it does in Splatoon 3, but it just doesn't do enough damage. Ooh, okay. Very nice kill from Paralysis in order to get this first checkpoint, probably. Just look at how far Mogi has to go to actually get to tower.
I think Mogi would...
Yeah, you'd think, but they're... Yeah, but Mogi... Yeah, Mogi is just letting Paralysis climb or move the tower and isn't really... I don't know whether it isn't doing anything about it or can't do anything about it. I'm not in Mogi's brain, but there they are doing something about it, getting the kill, and will be able to push it in their direction. But we'll see how far they can actually get before Paralysis tries to do something about it like they are now.
And the demon.
Really nicely done by Mogi. Well, as nicely as you can do with the 52 cal, but a 52 cal that I think does more damage because I saw a main of MPU, so yeah.
That's
Ooh.
advantage to paralysis.
That it is, allowing the tower to go back to mid, and but Mogi just has so much paint in mid that it's going to be a lot easier for them to actually be able to do something. However, they do get the kill above the splash wall, so they'll be able to go back. They do waste the splash down, which, like, fair enough. Honestly, it's kind of it's really useless right now. But
But remember, if only this was a 2v2, and paralysis could execute the the splashdown super jump.
oh yeah, 2v2 Tuesdays, get on this. But really, all paralysis needs to do now is stall for a minute, which, yeah, that's easier said than done. But especially, I need to stop saying stuff. Like,
What, Fred, the old commentator's curse is gonna get them?
Well, it already did, so. But.
Listen, I could say that Mogi gets splattered in the next 15 seconds. So.
Mogi was gonna get splatted, but didn't get splatted as soon as you said that.
And I was
and
right.
now that I said it, Mogi gets splatted. Okay. Okay.
No, I
okay.
said Mogi would get splattered in the next 15 seconds, and I was right.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You've learned how to get out of commentator's curse.
Oh, it's 4:15.
Why? Oh, mouse.
What?
Oh, and with 5 seconds to go, that kill is going to give Paralysis the 3-2 lead, and allowing them to go. What do you mean, no?
I said, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. I just can't hear. Very. Yeah, very close, but.
I don't know. I find it sounded satisfying we got to see the 52 toppled.
Same here.
Just because it's the best weapon doesn't mean it's the best weapon for everything.
That's fair. But as we do wait for finals to get started, we are going to head over to a quick break. So we will see everyone later. Goodbye.
Wait, we are?
Yes, we are. And we are back with the finals for Switzerland 50. Alpha finals for Switzerland 53. Like, who cares about beta bracket? I mean, it's not like I've gotten to alpha bracket, but like, who cares about it? But we do have paralysis. Yeah. We do have paralysis versus David, who started this game with just a Splatshot Junior. They did eventually get 52 Gal, but
only the vanilla.
Only vanilla, yeah. They're not gonna have their splash walls, so very nice, but looks like first off we are heading over to Splat Zones on Moray, which I don't know how this is going to go. I kind of feel like whoever just gets it first wins, because it takes so long to get to mid that I'm not sure that it will have many opportunities to actually be able to retake zone and actually be able to get it back before time ticks down. I don't know how you feel about it.
We might get a beacon weapon out just because of how big this map is.
That would be pretty cool. That might be a workaround, actually. Yeah, that wouldn't be too surprising if there was a beacon weapon, but let's see what beacon weapons there are.
Octobrush, Sploosh, Kraken Leader. Ballpoint.
Leader would go crazy on this map. Oh, Tenebrella would be good. Dapple is actually Squid Beacon Suction Bomb Launcher would be. You just take mid, and there's nothing your opponent can do about it with Suction Bomb Launcher. And we know David doesn't have these, probably, but who knows what paralysis will pull out. Although, actually, that the sloshing machine would be pretty good just because of the ledges, but it honestly kind of feels like Brine Water, where it's just like backline weapons with a lot of range have so much power here that they're able to do whatever they want, so who knows? We'll just have to see what the players pick. But we are going to get into the match. Ooh, an Explosher. Okay. I like what I'm seeing.
I'm surprised it's not the triple splashdown one, but...
Well, what does... Well, it would just be regular splashdown, wouldn't it? Yeah, the other one has baller, so...
No, it's bubble blower.
No, the other one. But... Yeah, between bubble blower and baller, I can see why they would pick bubble blower in this situation, but...
No, but they picked the baller. Oh no, it is the bubble blower. I am wrong.
But yeah, David is just fending for their life in mid, because I think they're going to have to actually try and press Paralysis, get up to the snipe, because you can't survive in mid against an Explosher. Like, that's just not happening, you know?
But you do have the radius of the Splatoon 2 special.
Yeah, but I don't think that's doing enough for David to actually give them an advantage here. They have to get that kill to do something. But that is exactly what they needed, as Paralysis missed the jump and fell into the water. So now David gets the advantage they need, and that trade is going to allow David to just let this timer tick down. They will probably not be in the best position when they get back, but who knows? Considering how the start of this game went, being halfway through your points might be enough.
Especially with how long it takes to get down from spawn.
Yeah, it takes so long. Imagine if it was like current stealth jump, and you went from your spawn to your opponent's spawn. That'd be so far.
Right. Let's discover. Anyway, so I am really tired, but I will just keep pressing on.
You're good. But yeah, Paralysis is zone here, but I don't know. You can't. Here we see the other part of Explosher, which is like you can't be aggressive here. So like even if Paralysis does somehow find a way to get the kill, which I don't know how that's going to go with how passive David has been, they're really just chipping down from their timer and hoping that it gets past 31 by the time that the actual timer hits 0. But I don't know if that's going to happen here, because we're basically getting just classic Splatoon 2 gameplay, everyone being really passive. And with that penalty now, who knows what Paralysis is going to do to be able to get the win here.
Only 40 seconds left. What's the Japanese name again?
David.
David?
Yeah.
It's surprising how much the Explosher's chipped off.
It is actually, if you think about it. I can see it. Oh, and that is a kill from Paralysis onto David. David. So they have the zone, and we are going to see some overtime as David has to take the long trek down to actually try and get zone. But there's like 20 ticks left. I don't know if they're going to be able to do this. They did get one zone, but Exposure is just so defensive. David will have to do something. And they do get the kill. Oh, with 3 ticks to go.
Wait, they still have to paint more.
They do have to. They do have to paint more, yeah. But also, let's be fair. Paralysis was not getting back to mid by the time overtime ended. Like. Two kills, 11 missiles. This is how we play Splatoon 2. Debbie just said, yeah, Splatoon 2 won't be missed. That is... That's about what I expected, but... Hey, maybe they will pick one that's not as stally. Maybe, hopefully. I don't. Yeah, so just waiting to see what Paralysis picks. I don't even remember what Paralysis picked last game or last set.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get tired, but
I mean, it's 4 a.m. for you. You are... not that surprising, but... Yeah, we are going to head... Okay, so Tower Control Black Belly, where...
I wonder what the replacement is to pick Black Belly.
I mean... Hey, it worked last time, so...
That's not
I think... Oh. Who knows? Kinda. I don't know. I do feel like this is kind of gonna be the same as last time, but definitely gonna be more interesting than that. Zoned Moray, like, I know everyone talks about how much they miss Moray Towers, but when you see something like that, like, who knows? It might just be because we're used to, like, 4v4s instead of 1v1s, but who knows? And 52 gal versus Kate. Oh no, that's a 96. Oh, okay.
Oh, soft spot. I have a soft spot for that one.
Yeah, that is. Who knows? Maybe we will get the same as last time, but okay, maybe we'll get it. I feel like that's exactly how it went. Paralysis getting tower early and getting killed by a gal, so who knows, but we're finally seeing some ink armor. I'm honestly a little surprised it took this long for it to come out, because when I was playing with it, I was having really good success with it, and that is yet another kill for David. So probably gonna try and just make this really clean, really fast, but Paralysis is going to do whatever they want to not let that happen. David does pop ink armor. And even though which is seeing how stally everything is in this game. Like it's even worse than Splatoon 3. But oh, the splashdown barely doesn't work, as Paralysis is going to take this tower and try to get further, but David won't let that happen with ink armor and getting the kill. So now, without them having to go through those first two checkpoints, they'll be able to just cruise on through, but I do expect to see some stalling here. Just like we saw before. That is, I guess that's the one thing with it being, there being like more walls than Splatoon 3, but who knows?
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Just have a look, trying to.
Oh! Wow, that's going to be a crucial ink armor cancel. But David technically has time, but like, this is almost lead. The splashdown does take them off tower, which is not going to be the nicest, but 2 ticks left, and that is lead for Paralysis. So now David needs to do something. 10 ticks left, they do get the kill, but with 1 minute left, they're going to have to go all the way to mid and then all the way to the other side, get the checkpoint. And I don't know if David's going to be able to do that in a minute.
Not impossible, I think.
No, it is not, especially since David got that kill, so they'll be able to start the push. And I guess also, considering how green the entire stage is, just kind of crazy, but yeah. Oh!
I think this might be it.
That might be, you're right, that might be it for David. 10 seconds left. Tons of paint to crawl through. They're going to have to get on tower quickly, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And that is game. We are 1-1 right now. This is a close game, folks. Just wow.
I really thought they had it.
Now we get to see what David is liking for counter picks. And TC Mako, okay, that is not. It's what David is used to. Like, so not. I'm not that surprised. I don't even know how to like think about, oh, what weapon should you pick, especially when we don't know what weapons David has. But we do keep on going. Didn't Paralysis use Firefin Charger here? Okay, no, they're just going with the Kenza Sloshing Machine. Not too surprising, but
What the? That was 10 seconds.
mm-hmm. Well, it's less surprising that they got it in 10 seconds, and more surprising that they'll probably get it in another 10 seconds, because, yep, no delay tenor missiles.
I miss them.
You missed no delay tenor missiles?
I was the rat using them. Of course I did.
Fair enough. Oh, what weapon did you use them on?
Any.
Fair enough.
I mean, sploosh.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Everyone, take a drink of water at home every time they pop the special. You want to learn how to hydrate? Oh, but...
Ooh. Paralysis is going on already at the second checkpoint, and they might actually get it here. Unless David is being very aggressive, which they aren't not, but they are going to get killed. Paralysis is probably going to get the third checkpoint here. That splashdown might actually be useful to allow. Never mind. They do get the win very quickly. And bringing this to game point.
Wait, it's game? Wow.
Nope, one more. Game point. And yeah, David brings it to TC Manta, so not too surprising. We've seen David do some crazy stuff in Splatoon 3 on this map mode, so we'll see if it transfers over, even though
I wonder why, what was the name again? Tubby?
Yeah. What about them?
I'm surprised they picked tower, considering the machine mollywopped them.
That's true. Well, I mean, if you look at the... Yeah. I mean, if you look at the alternatives, either David plays clams, which they don't want to do, or they pick zones, which we saw how that... Well, I could see zones, actually. Oh my... Wait, the pole doesn't extend all the way up? Wait, what?
No.
Oh, and it's not even inkable in Splatoon 2, huh? Oh, I forgot about that. That block on the right. So you don't even have to go on tower to be able to push your opponents, or allow tower to go past the first checkpoint to push your opponents on left. Not like it matters in a 1v1, but never mind. It does matter. But Paralysis did end up getting the kill and is going to be able to push themselves. And yeah, just
another one.
And another. Ooh, but that one works. And another one. kind of crazy. How many do you think that David is going to have at the end of this?
We don't know.
Yeah. I think I saw like 11 2 games ago, so, or 3 games ago, one of the two, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was close to that number, but something needs to happen. I mean, David has has like so much painted in blue that it's kind of surprising that they're not in a better position, but I mean, I guess David's in the lead, so it's on Paralysis to do something right now. Which they do. And yeah, we were just in the same position, but on the other side of the map. Okay. I think I see why they took away that block now. Because if it's this good in a 1v1, imagine when you have 3 other people focusing on mid plus a rat or someone that can dive there. But here we have finally we have David getting the kill they needed and actually able to push further. Never mind. Manta is a very... It's hard to get far on Manta here, so I can see why David is being so passive. But 65 is not that comfortable of a lead, as Paralysis is really close to getting it, and in fact they do get it here, getting killed in turn, but hey, that lead held for like 3 minutes, so who knows, unless David does something here immediately, which they do, getting the tenor missile kill and all the way to the second checkpoint that they're going to get through. 20 seconds left. Paralysis is going to have to get to tower quickly, but they do get killed. So 10 seconds to go. That is going to be the win for David. And we are going to yet another game 5. Crazy work.
But it's gonna have to be clamblets or...
Oh, 12 tenor missiles.
Oh, we can see the stats as a spectator.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take it doesn't take as long to get to the stats screen as it does in Splatoon 3. We have to like go through all the winning animations one after the other, and then like tons of loading, and then your own scoreboard. Oh wait. Oh no, as a spectator. Yeah, okay. Guess I didn't think about that. Okay. Maybe Paralysis will pick clams just to make David mad. But I have a sneaky... Oh, and we're going back to Clam Blitz on Walleye. Okay. Crazy. I keep looking at Sendo and seeing clams on Flounder Heights and being like, no, why would you pick flounder clams? Like, I mean, I guess it's not that bad, but I mean, you still have access to every mode and you pick clams. Like, what are you doing?
What? Clams is the best mode, fight me.
Not in a 1v1.
True.
I'm not gonna say I mean, considering I finally have comp experience, like, yeah, clams could be a lot worse.
Oh,
but
cool.
in like
What's
solo
your comp
queue,
experience? Oh, cool. What's your comp experience?
I like a year of CCA, and then that's about it. I played like 2 World 9s outside of CCA, but the rest have just been gimmick tourneys.
I've gotten a little bit of experience under my belt.
Yeah, just a little. You're slightly better. We just need to get like a bunch of comp teams to all play Switzerland and see how big we can get it. 100 people Switzerland when.
That would absolutely crash this.
I mean, hey, I played CCA. We already crashed the Sendo servers once before.
Yes, I know. It's too bad we don't. Typically, CCA results don't really count towards that much, or the...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we technically weren't the best team. I still in my school. I still say so. Oh, never mind. Let me finish that later. Paralysis getting a really nice kill with Squeezer. I honestly forget how much range it has until I played it today. Well, played against it today. But anyways, I don't think that like we're not the best. We weren't the best team in my school, but like we got playoff records, so like we basically are. I don't know. Oh, and we have the baller technique. The baller technique I absolutely loved using. Ooh, but getting immediately punished by the squeezer. I always loved using the Kenza dualies with baller. And oh no. But I would do that and get basically have them pop it for me, and I would just get free access to the basket. I mean, of course, if they let it explode, not so much there, but like if they pop baller, then they can't stop me. Oh, and David also missed, but that kill saved it. They did lose their other power clam though, so not going to be as good of a push as they wanted, but they're still going to be able to get some points out of this, which will be really nice for them. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be kind of consistent, but hey, if you're consistent, that just means you're punishable, just like Paralysis did there, and is now going to be able to paint the stage so green, get points, and really just being really nice. Unless you're dead, I guess. But yeah, I do feel like this is going to come down to the wire, as the points have been really close, and just David opting to back up without Paralysis' his knowledge. Kind of crazy.
Oh, last minute of the game.
Oh, the bubble blower did allow David to be able to get the clam in and actually a kill, so they're going to be able to get more down. Now, a single power clam won't be enough for Paralysis if they do end up getting it in David's basket. So this is actually going to have to be a pretty big push. One power clam,
10.
and I think, I mean, there's really 30 seconds left, but yeah, in less 3 seconds to go, can David get the power clam in? It looks like they will, and that will be your Switzerland 50.
Yeah.
And that'll be your Switzerland 53 winner, David.
Wow, that was so close.
That was really close.
It just hit 5 a.m. God.
Oh, no. Yeah, David said earlier after game 3, might as well give up the win. But I guess not. That is... They won anyways, so... Wow.
No SP today. This is a special event, but they will be getting a Switzerland badge winning.
Yeah, how many Switzerland badges is this? This is number 3, so very nicely done. But
with that, you must be a bit. You guys are due.
that we will, but first, Mouse, where could they find you?
You can find me at Master2177 at bsky.social, or drop a link in my Discord, or just ping me. And yeah. Apologies for the comms. I am like so tired, but I've stepped up.
You've survived this long. You did it.
Yay!
And you can find me also on Blue Sky, Orange20063. Been posting there.
I don't know, what was it again?
Orange20063, same as my user. But
Right. Don't check your app.
oh no. But anyways, that will be it for us for Switzerland 53. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks, congrats to David for winning. Thanks to everyone that played, and last but not least, thank you to the wonderful Taki for running this entire thing. Actually putting a Splatoon 2 tournament together, because there's probably more that goes into it than I can think off the top of my head, but that will be it for us. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye.